Hey, yo! What's going on? Been a minute since I've been on here and since I've filmed anything in this garage. So we're gonna get at it today. It was the holidays. It was New Year's Eve, Christmas was in there before New Year's Eve, all that stuff. And then I had work and it's been busy. And I was waiting on parts and well, now parts are finally here and I finally have a day in the garage, and I'm talking really fast because I just want to get after it. So today we're going to fit the charge pipe in I have to hopefully the intercooler, and then finally make some brackets. I got an idea to make some brackets, maybe two separate ones, maybe one. I have an idea to actually mount that thing in place so it doesn't go anywhere. But charge piping is kind of the first thing because I don't want to mount the intercooler until I know the charge pipe is fitted correctly. So I took a gamble and I ordered just like charge piping off good old eBay. And I know everybody's gonna say it. Why'd you buy eBay charge piping? Well, it's because I don't have a TIG welder and I didn't really feel like using stainless, and I don't know, it was a whole thing. I put a lot of thought into it, a lot of time, and I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna take a gamble. So I ordered this here fancy schmancy one-piece pipe from XS Power, which apparently is in the UK, I think. I don't know, whatever. But it's already got my bung on there for my blow-off valve. It's all one piece. I was like, you know what? Worst case scenario, it doesn't fit the way it doesn't fit perfect, and we just have to, modify it, and I'll cut it and bring it to somebody, and whatever. We'll figure it out. So mainly what today's video is all about is getting this thing fitted. So first things first, let's shove this thing in the car, snake it in there somehow, and see how it fits. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, so got it snaked up in here, and well, we got a boot on up at the throttle body, and everything seems to fit pretty well here until we get down to the intercooler. And well, as you can see, well, let me. Oh shit! Well, I dropped the intercooler. Pushed too hard on one end. She ain't quite even here. Gotta straighten her out a little. There we go. That's straightened out. Bumper in the way. Everything's always in the way. They always say such to clean my garage. Well, as you can see, we're just a fair bit off from being where we need to be. I feel like, well, there's closer obviously, but we're tilted off the throttle body. That's why. Oh man. I think the intercooler, well, maybe it can't go back any further because it's kind of touching the fan there, which sucks. But the big issue here is right here. Pipe's hitting right there, and I need to come up, what, half an inch roughly. So what I'm thinking, there's about half an inch here. I don't know how well this is going to show on this lip right here. That's about half an inch till it hits the frame rail. I'm wondering if I heat this up with a torch, take a big hammer to it, and try to fold it up. And if anything, I might have to cut just a small, take the grinder or something, cut off wheel, cut a small like half-inch cut right here, just so it'll fold up. It should be alright, I think, in theory. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's what I have to do. Come up, because obviously we're hitting here. Well, that ain't gonna help nothing. And we just fell off the throttle body up here. It just fell off, but it's super close to fitting, like super duper close. Obviously, like I said, this might be able to be pushed back a little bit. You know, obviously there it fits, but like I said, we fell off the throttle body, so it's not all the way up right now. Yeah, chat. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. I think it's 1/2 inch. I mean, do I alter the pipe for 1/2 inch, or do I try to take hammer, make myself 1/2 inch clearance? I think the hammer's a wiser choice here. Quicker choice. I don't know if it's the right choice, but quicker choice. So I think I'm gonna do that. Throw the camera up, time lapse it, because I'll probably be hitting that thing with a hammer for the next like hour and a half. Who knows? But I'm gonna try to get this pipe to fit, because I mean, like I said, we're 1/2 inch off. So if I can get that 1/2 inch, we've got this side done, and then we just gotta worry about this side. So yeah, I gotta go find my hammer.
Smash, smash!
Alright guys, so it's me smashing the frame rail here with the hammer. Actually worked out. I didn't have to cut nothing, anything. I just threw some heat at it, smacked it with a hammer. I got enough clearance there to where I could get it to hook right up with the intercooler. And obviously, you know, I'm still in clamps there, but we at least know this pipe is completely on. It's on up here on the throttle body. It's on down in the intercooler. We got room for our wastegate, which I plan on putting on at some point today. Yeah, it's good. I mean, the only thing I'm a little concerned with is right here. I think the pipe is really close. I don't know if it's actually touching, but it's very close. So what I might do is between the pipe and the frame rail here, just get some like sticky foam or something, and just put some like, shut that light off so I don't blind myself, some of that sticky foam just to put up there so it cushions the charge piping from vibration and stuff, so it doesn't wear a hole through it if it does bump into the frame rail a little bit. Flapping like a bird here. Just to cushion it, just peace of mind, I guess. But I'm actually really happy that that is all it took to get this thing to fit. Like that's it. That's all it took. Me and a hammer and 20 minutes of my time. So the only thing I do have to figure out now, since the charge pipe's here, overflow tank no fit no more. So to do something different here with the overflow, maybe, I don't know, maybe we can remount it like over here or something and just run a longer hose. We'll figure it out. It's whatever. You can basically use a Mountain Dew bottle and yeah, we'll figure that out. That's minor. That's minor crap. Nobody cares. Get out of my way. But yeah, I'm stoked that that thing fits right. That is awesome. So now that that's there, I want to get the intercooler mounts built so that this thing can actually just sit in its home. Now everybody's probably wondering, well, Mark, why don't you do this side first? Well, I already know this side ain't gonna fit. I don't even know where that pipe is. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know what I did with it. It came with a pipe. There's a pipe for that side that the kit came with. I don't know what I did with it though. I know it doesn't fit right because it didn't even come close. It was nowhere near close, and I knew that when I bought it. That side would be way off, which it's whatever. I'm just gonna buy like another pipe kit, like a 90 degree and a 45, and that should be pretty much all I need to make that side work. I honestly don't know what I did with that other pipe. I know it's out here because I looked at it, but I don't know what I did with it. That's why I need to clean my garage. Just been too focused on working on the car that I don't spend time actually cleaning things. I'm terrible about that. Anyways, well, I'm gonna put the camera down for a second and see if I can find this stupid thing. Well, I don't know if you guys caught it, but I just rewatched that last clip, and you can literally see the pipe in the clip. It was chilling on top of this box, but it was still in the bubble wrap, so I was looking for something shiny. I couldn't find shiny because it was in bubble wrap. I don't know, I'm an idiot. Anyways, turn this light on here. So this is what I was saying. We have that up against there. We look down here. Even if we're way off, which I pretty much knew that was gonna happen. I was just kind of looking at the intercooler here, and I did notice that it's not quite centered. It's like quite a big gap there on the weight bar, and it's almost even on this side. I don't know if I can shimmy it. No, it can't. That's as far that way as she's gonna go, so it ain't gonna be perfectly centered, which at the end of the day is not a big deal. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, the hardest pipe, is obviously good to go.
3 hours later.
Alright, so the battery died on me. Of course, typical GoPro batteries. So I don't know, went and charged the battery for a little while because my other battery was also dead. And I kind of just chilled in the house, but I think I was talking about this other pipe and how I knew it wasn't going to fit. And, well, while I was in the house, I was doing some research on intercooler piping and trying to figure out what I was going to do with this. And now I need to do some more science out here. So I think I got it figured out, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's actually gonna work. Should work. In theory, it'll work. So, you guys were just staring at nothing. Probably didn't see anything. I think I know how to make this all work. I mean, this isn't gonna work. It's gonna need to be modified, but that's fine. I knew this side was gonna have to be modified. Not worried about that. because I think it'll be fairly easy to do. So as you can see, I'll see if I can just show you here. Turn the light on. You know, that's butted up like that. We have a boot there. Obviously, I might have to redo something here with these vacuum lines, which not a big deal. But let's see here. I don't know what the best way to look at this is. This all sucks. Anyways, once I figure this out, you can see where the outlet is on the turbo, and it's hard to really tell without me getting it perfect here, but basically where the bend of this pipe is coming up is straight on with the inlet of the turbo. So basically, pull this up. If the 90 going up gets cut off, and we just extend this straight, all I have to do is put a 90-degree silicone boot coming off the turbo straight over this direction, and then just extend this straight and I'll go right into that silicone boot, and we should be golden. And I'll be able to use this. I have to make one cut, extend the pipe, one weld, which, you know, once I figure out my length and everything, all I have to do is just cut it and either figure out how I'm going to weld it, or I'll just bring it downtown to somebody who welds aluminum and say, hey, can you weld these two pieces together for me? Boom, done. Now all I have to do is pay for one weld. So I think I got that figured out on this side, which is pretty cool. So the biggest thing now, before we can really measure this to get how much pipe, straight pipe I need or whatever, the next step is just going to be, like I said in the beginning of the video, mounting the intercooler in place, making brackets to go from our little mount studs up here, just to hold it so this thing doesn't move. Like I said, it's pretty much where it's going to have to be, because this pipe, there ain't no give anymore. But this, you know, being on was the big task. So I'm going to try to fab up some mounts for this. I went and bought up some of this little round stock here. It ain't nothing fancy. I had a small chunk of round stock, which was a little smaller in diameter. As you can see, I was kind of playing with this over the last few weeks, just trying to come up with an idea. And we've got these bolt holes, one here, one on this side. And my thought was, if I built a bracket, which I don't, well, it should still technically work, I think, in theory. Basically, that went from the top of the intercooler to those holes and then just bolted it in place on each side, instead of trying to do something from, you know, the factory radiator support down. Just because the problem with using up here, like I was originally going to do, I was going to take like this, put it in here. Well, you know what? Dang, now I gotta rethink this, because this thing isn't centered like it was before, and it might not be in the way of the bumper clips. Because that was the issue before, it's gonna be in the way of the bumper clips. Now I gotta rethink the whole thing. Huh. Let me get back to you. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna send it, I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna time-lapse some of it. I don't know how much of it I'll record, because I gotta, if it works, I got a lot of fab work to do. I'm just gonna let the camera run and hopefully it doesn't die. If it does, whatever, I'll just catch up with you once it's done and battery's charged and all that jazz. But I have an idea. It's kind of a, I don't know, mutation of like 4 different ideas. But we're gonna run it and see what happens. Like I said, if the camera dies again on me or something, I'll just I'll get back with you after I get this thing like built, as long as it works. So yeah, otherwise here's a time lapse. Okay, so I kind of screwed up and started that time lapse like late, even though I said I was going to do it right away, and I didn't because I set down the camera and then I just kind of started working on it, and next thing you know, it was almost done, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be recording all of that. So, you guys ain't going to see a whole lot other than me trying to bolt the dang thing on here. Maybe drill a hole, I don't even know. Camera was across the garage when I finally did turn it on. I just kind of went to town on this thing because it started looking like it was going to work, and I just sent it, and yeah, forgot to put the camera on. But, you know, it is what it is. So, it's kind of what I came up with. And, before you all judge me on, you know, maybe my fab skills, just remember, I'm not a fabricator. I don't fab stuff for a living. So the fact that this actually fits and does what it's supposed to, that's just it's a feat in itself. So yeah, keep your comments to yourself or put them down below because I don't really care. Tell me what you think. Anyways, here it is. So basically, took this round stock that I bought and I bent it and put like just took some flat stock and cut a little tab, which was a pain in the ass because I don't have a chop saw, so I was cutting it with a hacksaw and my hacksaw blade broke, so then I was using a Dremel with cutting wheels, and I went through all of those because I don't have just a normal cutoff wheel because I don't know what happened to it. So yeah, basically it ain't straight and perfect. The welds aren't perfect because I'm cheap and still won't buy gas for my welder. But yeah, so it's just a tab there. I welded a tab on here, a tab here, and then another flat tab here, and just basically drilled some holes, put bolts in, and she ain't going nowhere. That's enough to hold it in place, especially with the piping on it and it being behind a bumper eventually in the future. Perfect. It's gonna work. She's minty. Like I said, it ain't the most beautiful thing. I'm gonna take it back off and obviously throw some paint on it or something, just so it don't rust and then look like crap. I'll probably paint it black or something. I would just pour 15 it, but my can of pour 15 turned into a solid rock after the last time I used it because I had to basically cut the cover off it, use it, and then obviously the cover was destroyed because I had to basically chisel it off the friggin' can. So yeah, that's that. It's mounted. Like I said, I just got to paint that up and that'll be good. So you got to get clamps on down here. I'm probably gonna pull that pipe back off here at some point, just to, well, I have to, at least on the bottom, get clamps on there, and I don't know. It might come back off. It might not. I'm not really sure yet. Kind of trying to figure out what I'm doing next. All right, so I think what I'm going to do next, guys, is get this blow-off valve put on here. Oh, this fancy tile blow-off valve that fortunately fits right there on my flange. This thing is just consistently in my way. I'll find a new home for that. But yeah, fits right here. Just got to get a clamp on that bad boy, which fortunately she comes with a clamp. So this is pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I need to explain how to clamp this thing on. I mean, okay, so you don't drop the nut, all right? Oh, I hate it here, chat. I'm not doing so hot today, guys. I keep dropping things. Drop the Dremel. Case earlier, that stuff flew everywhere. I don't even know how this all went together. Like, oh wait, I think I figured it out. I think. Yeah, I got it figured out. anyways, so this is gonna go on here like so. This is why I took the bolt all the way out, and then I dropped it. I don't want... This isn't cool. Alright. This is why I don't do things on camera, because just a mess. But this thing should go on here. It's just being a pain, but I suppose you want it to be super tight, right? Alright, I gotta take this whole clamp apart. I'm gonna keep dropping this stuff, and then I'm just gonna get frustrated. So we're just gonna take that all off of there. And we're gonna open you up like so. Come on. There we go. Now we got it. And then that goes over like this. Boom, look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Almost. Alright, so that goes there. These little collars that I dropped, they go back in here. Like so. I don't know how much you guys can see. And my bolt goes through the hollow one, and oh boy, we are supposed to do that. Oh, that's tight. Oh, that's really tight, chat. YouTube viewers, chat, same. Anyways, I got it started, so there's a plus. Oh, you guys, can you see that? Can you see that? It's on there. Clamps on. Just need to tighten it down. Get her nice and tight. And then it comes with a bung right here. So this will go pow, just like so. We run our vacuum line, and voila, blow off valve is installed. Alrighty, I got the bolt tight on the blow-off valve here, so it's on there, it's tight. I need to buy more vacuum line. I don't have enough vacuum line, plus the one fitting, I don't know, I probably won't be able to see it back here, maybe. I don't know, probably not. Oh wait, there it is. The one I have capped off right here. I believe that fitting might end up being too small. It might not be the same size as this fitting, so I gotta figure that out. Either way, I don't have line that's gonna reach from the blow-off valve back to the intake manifold, so I gotta get some vacuum line for that. When I get that hooked up, and that'll be done. But I got the clamps on. They're tight. Two up here, tight. Blow-off valves on. So we're good there. You guys already seen this. I gotta get that back off here and paint it, but I'll probably keep that for, I don't know, tomorrow or whatever. Oh, hey, look at that. Let's probably pull my wrench out of there before I lose it. Of course, if I'm gonna pull that thing back off, I would have found it, but put that away for now. Come on, there we go. So that's pretty much it. I did measure this pipe and the turbo and everything down here so that I can figure, well, never mind. So I could figure out what I needed to connect the pipe. And basically, I think I'm just gonna need a 90-degree silicone coupler and just a chunk of 2.5 inch. Was it 2.5? 2.25. It is about well, it's right around 2.5 inch or whatever pipe here. So I order some pipe, order a coupler, get the coupler on there, figure out how much pipe I need, cut it, cut this, we'll get it extended, welded, and it should slide right into that 90-degree coupler off the turbo, and then this side should in theory be done, but you guys will see that in one of the next videos. Obviously I got to order parts, so who knows when that will get here. Like I said, I got to get vacuum line, but we're making progress plugging away. That thing's finally mounted, and the big thing, like I said throughout this whole video, is this pipe fit. And that was my biggest concern with just buying one instead of fabbing it up myself and all that jazz, which, like I've said, not a fab guy, so that's why I was really like worried about that. But it's done and we're good. So I think that's pretty much going to be it for today's video, guys. I don't really have much else to do. It's like 8 o'clock at night, football's on, it's the playoffs, and yeah, I'm gonna try to clean this disaster and find a place. I gotta get this mounted up. Got this for Christmas from the grandparents. I gotta get this thing put on the wall so I can you know, organize all these random bolts that I literally have stashed everywhere. I mean, they're all over the place. I mean, you look at the floor, bolt, bolt, bolts, bolt. There's just bolts everywhere. Anyways, you guys have a good week, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break.